Trump has a vision of himself, and it's a painting. It's sort of like the dogs playing poker of American presidents. This was caught. Someone took a shot of this during his 60 Minutes meltdown with Leslie Stahl. And this is a painting that apparently he has hung in somewhere in the Oval Office. I don't know what room they're in. And it is of the Republican presidents. And they're sitting at some kind of poker table. I really like I have to say, because it's all of them. Eisenhower's next to Trump. Teddy Roosevelt's looking over his shoulder. Ford's looking very cool. He's almost looking like James Caan in the background.
There's a few missing from the Gilded Age, I feel like.
I'm sure there's a few missing from the Gilded Age.
Ulysses Grant isn't there, I don't think.
But it's the heavy hitters. It's Eisenhower. It's the new guys and the heavy hitters.
Where's Andrew Jackson?
Andrew Jackson was a Democrat.
Jackson was Democrat.
He was with them in spirit, though.
He's literally in the Democrat painting.
Yeah, he's in the Democrat painting.
Of course.
So what I will say here is, okay, let's take this by tiers. I think Reagan was, more charming and good stuff on arms control, but he was a far-right white supremacist entertainer. So
who would have the most racist jokes, like the quantity? Probably Reagan, right?
Probably Reagan. Reagan was like, well, that reminds me of how do you tell a black burglar? And then Trump would like, this guy. So
who likes Trump the most and who likes him the least here?
Well, no, this is the point I'm trying to work up to, though. Because let's take Reagan and then let's just throw both the Bushes in, whatever, fuck them. And then Nixon is his own weird arch criminal sociopath. Teddy Roosevelt, imperialist and so on, but I don't think he'd like what Trump is doing for like the environment and factories.
He'd be okay with the ICE stuff.
He'd definitely be totally into the ICE stuff.
He'd be like, you need to be harder on Bezos.
Now, I have to say, and again, I already can anticipate the annoying SJW IMs. So I understand that Lincoln was far from perfect, blah, blah, blah.
As far as presidents go?
I find the idea of Lincoln grinning across from Trump to be like actually profoundly offensive.
I agree.
Like just the not only politically, like if you read about Lincoln, he was a ultra poor, self-made intellectual attorney who struggled with depression. Like he struggled with emotional issues that in modern terms would be a deep clinical depression. And had an incredible compassion and decency about him, but was also a very ruthless Machiavellian political player, which, of course, I mean as a compliment. And just the idea of him sitting across from Trump, and Trump's just like, and that was a great hotel. And we did that. By the way, that was in Springfield, Illinois. A lot of people don't talk about Springfield, Illinois. Just like Trump motor mouthing. Like, that's the one that actually does. I got to admit, it just doesn't sit right with me. That's fucked up. That's not cool.
Yeah.
I think Nixon would absolutely hate Trump as well.
No, Nixon would definitely hate Trump, but Nixon can be just fine next to Trump. But I do think Nixon would be like, this guy doesn't shut up. Can we kill him? And I think Eisenhower just on military industrial complex speech alone is going to be like, Eisenhower would have voted for Clinton. Eisenhower would have been like, I'm a Republican my whole life, but Hillary Clinton's proven to me that she'll kill some goddamn Indonesians if need be, and she knows how to manage the country. Although she does want to put a little bit more in defense spending than I think is prudent.
Eisenhower would probably look like, do I want to be Clapper or do I want to be playing golf with Trump?
Right.
I think he probably could go the other way, actually.
You think he's Clapper or playing golf with Trump?
I think he could play golf with Trump.
I think it's possible.
But he wouldn't have liked that he draft dodged.
Yeah,
and I don't think he'd be able to handle the diet that Trump's going with.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he would not like the diet. That's true. So Lincoln, you could see Lincoln in his side profile. They literally drew him like his eyes are creased to be like, oh, Donald, that really was a tremendous idea you had for a casino with naked girls in Macau. You are a great president and doing a terrific job. Yeah, that's offensive. All right, here are the...
Time for Republicans to stop taking the credit for Honest Abe, okay? Things have changed a lot since then.
Lincoln would not be a Republican today. I think we can quite safely
they have an appreciation of what the radical Republicans were.
Yeah, the radical Republicans were both something that we should have a sincere appreciation for and are not Republicans. Okay, here is the Obama. And this is another funny juxtaposition because Andrew Jackson is across Obama.
And he looks puzzled at Obama.
And he looks like, why is this Negro playing billiards with us? Don't tell me. Wait, was he the gay Indonesian that I read about in Newsmax in the time capsule they gave me?
I don't trust him with that pool cue.
Was he the gay one from the Mohammedan hinterlands who paid a choir boy to give him oral sex in a limousine, as I have read in Breitbart?
Obama sees Woodrow Wilson and Andrew Jackson talking amongst themselves across the room.
They're just like, fuck. It's one thing to say arc of history and abstraction, but goddamn.
Woodrow hasn't even said hi.
Yeah. Woodrow won't shake my hand. We're supposed to be all presidents thing.
Meanwhile, LBJ can't stop giving me back rubs.
Yeah. Meanwhile, LBJ wants me to go to the toilet with him. It's weird. And Bill Clinton's just like, everybody loves me.
We have
I'm more Andrew Jackson than Andrew Jackson and more Barack than Barack.
I like that FDR is one of the few standing too, or he's not one of the ones sitting.
Oh no, he is sitting.
No, FDR's sitting.
That's Wilson you're looking at.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Wilson.
They're
and
looking
FDR kind of
almost exactly.
It is funny, and JFK is just sort of like, wow, old Hickory, he's a crazy motherfucker.
That guy gave.
Is he gonna use the N-word next?
Look at JFK's little rear end there. I think Andy Thomas spent a little time on that.
He's got the back brace on too.
And like Andrew Jackson's like, next thing you know, this friggin' Pope worshiper next to me and the Muslim are gonna get together. I don't belong in this picture. Where's the one with the marmalade face who owns casinos? Okay, yes.
Now this is a painting of Nixon at the Nixon Library.
This is a very weird. I don't even want to go where I'm going at this.
It's called Nixon at Andow. Yeah, I don't like where that kid's placed. But anyway,
that is a very
this is the caption here. Nixon at Andow. In the fall of 1956, the Soviet Union brutally suppressed an anti-community revolution in Hungary. At Christmas time, President Eisenhower sent his young vice president Richard Nixon on a goodwill mission to build sympathy for over 100,000.
Imagine the fucking drag. You've just had an uprising crushed by Soviet tanks, and that guy
Nixon
shows
comes
up.
in.
They were anti-capitalist still.
Oh yeah.
In that revolution.
Yes,
P.S.
they were.
And Nixon's like, I mean, that's the interesting thing about Nixon. He was heterodox with regards to internationalism, compared to certain. That strain of the Republican Party is
China.
gone. After official meetings at the dinner in his honor, Nixon broke away from the constraints of protocol and returned to see what conditions were really like in the camps. He stayed up all night. I mean, I don't know how true this is. He stayed up all night, riding in a hay wagon pulled by a tractor as he accompanied the freedom fighters on their rounds through the countryside to search for others who had escaped the Soviet crackdown. Now, I would just say, and I don't know much about this revolution, but if freedom riders are showing you around at night on a hayride, you're probably maybe not getting the full story. I don't know.
Maybe not.
But whatever.
Maybe not the full deal. All right.